So considering the topic for today's video, I think we should start off by talking a bit about a little website called Fiverr. Fiverr has been around since 2010 and describes itself as an online marketplace for freelance services. Prices used to be set at a $5 cap, but they've since let that go and you can pretty much charge whatever you want. The site has a pretty novel concept behind it, and there have been thousands of users who have been able to make full-time careers off of doing Fiverr work. But aside from spawning careers, Fiverr is also known for being the birthplace of a handful of pretty popular living memes.
Ligma.
See, on Fiverr you have these guys that offer testimonial / spokesman services where you pay them to say whatever you want them to say. Some of the Fiverr users that do this type of work have inadvertently become living memes. I'm talking about guys like Voiceoverpete SoCalChrist and FrankGeorgeTV, just to name a few.
Sugma. Sugma what?
But today we're going to be talking about the OG of paid meme script reading on Fiverr. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Big Man Tyrone.
I sexually identify as an attack helicopter. Every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. Together we can stop this. Please enjoy the anime.
I'm sure you've seen this guy around on the internet before, as he's extremely popular on YouTube now, but his roots are on Fiverr. Gordon Hurd, aka Big Man Tyrone, joined Fiverr with the intent of making some extra money reading scripts commissioned by professionals. But little did he know he would eventually become one of the most beloved living memes of all time, and in a way became the spokesperson for 4chan. Today I'm gonna tell you guys this man's story, the story of how Gordon Hurd became Big Man Tyrone. Before we get started, I want to thank The Ridge for sponsoring yet another one of my videos. They make these sleek metallic wallets that go in your front pocket. On the Ridge website, you'll find that these wallets come in various types of materials and metals, from carbon fiber to aluminum to titanium. And there's a plethora of colors to choose from as well. And they have more than just wallets. They also have phone cases, book bags, charging cables, power banks, and even pocket knives. I've got a 10% off link in the description box I want you guys to check out. That's ridge.com/surf, and use code SURF to save 10% off of your order, and that includes free worldwide shipping, so get to clicking. Anyways guys, let's get on to the Big Man Tyrone story. So before we get into the more meme focused portion of this video, let's talk about the man behind the meme, the humble beginnings of Gordon Hurd. Gordon Hurd was born on January 28th of 1966 in the country of Cameroon, located in Central Africa. There's little information available about his early years, but at some point he would move from Africa to London in the United Kingdom. Gordon would go on to achieve multiple academic degrees, including a bachelor's in law, a master's in business, a master's in broadcasting, and eventually a PhD in divinity. Yes, divinity, like religion. He would become a pastor and spend a good portion of his time traveling around to different churches and ministry, preaching the gospel and doing charity work. Gordon excelled at what he did and found during his work as a pastor that he had a knack for public and motivational speaking, and sought to further expand his career as a pastor to more of a general motivational speaker and life coach. In an attempt to gain a broader audience for himself, Gordon would start uploading motivational pep talk and life coach videos to a YouTube channel that he created in 2011, which was called Easy Internet Income.
You've been searching and seeking over the years. You've been asking yourself questions. Perhaps your life has not gone the way you planned it. Perhaps you just want to take a bold step in another direction.
This channel ultimately never took off, with it now sitting at just over 100 subscribers. And looking at this channel, much of the content that was on it has been privated or removed, but you can kind of understand what the channel was about just by reading the About Me section on this old Internet Income channel. And it's clear that the channel consisted of motivational videos which focused on teaching people how to make money online. Easy internet income has set up easy to follow blueprints which anyone with minimum IT knowledge can apply and profit from. Now, Gordon did fail on his first venture into YouTube, but his first venture into Fiverr actually proved somewhat successful. After using the Fiverr platform on various occasions for purchasing web design services, Gordon saw money-making potential with the website, and in 2012 he decided to register himself as a video producer under the account GreatGigsGuy3. The services he offered at the time varied, but were all $5 each. And here's a few examples of the services that he offered. I will be your TV reporter and simulate reporting from different locations for $5. I will produce a wedding video with pictures, video, graphics, and music for $5. I will prepare your business PowerPoint presentation for $5. I will create a world-class, exceptional Hollywood-style movie trailer for $5. But the one that would become his flagship service that we're all very familiar with was the I will do a testimonial video at my desk with monitor for $5. And this was the, yeah, I'll pretty much say whatever you want me to if you give me $5 option. The first year on Fiverr would be a slow grind for Gordon, but it was actually worth the time invested in it for him as he was picking up a decent amount of gigs. His gigs mostly involved people paying him to promote their websites, YouTube channels, or simply something silly like wishing someone happy birthday. Pretty innocuous stuff.
Happy birthday, please. And remember to keep that pristine bottom of yours nice and clean, just the way I like it.
But as 2014 rolls around, things begin to spice up for Gordon as his testimonial service grabbed the attention of a certain website. That website being 4chan and its users. And this is where we get into how Gordon Hurd got the name Big Man Tyrone. The story goes something like this. A 4chan user stumbles across Gordon's testimonial service and pays the $5 for a read. Because the user didn't know Gordon's real name, he assigns Gordon the name Tyrone. Why Tyrone? Well, it's kind of just a 4chan thing. But anyways, what was this script that the 4chan user sent to Tyrone about? Well, the title of this read was called Tyrone the Lolicon.
Hello, my name is Tyrone BP and I would like to say that I'm a big fan of Lolicon. There's no better feeling than to come home tired from a long day at work to go see some Lolicon. Personally, I really love Russell's work. He's the best artist in the universe. Not only can he draw nice flowers, but he can also draw nice lollies. Seriously, that floor.
That's right, Gordon Hurd was given the nickname Big Man Tyrone, literally in a video about him talking about how much he loves Lolicon. This Tyrone Loves Lolicon video would become pretty popular over on the anime boards on 4chan, and Big Man Tyrone and fellow Fiverr testimonial reader Roger Stockburger would inadvertently become the mouthpieces of the anime community on 4chan. Roger Stockburger was another testimonial reader on Fiverr that had a pretty similar operation to Big Man Tyrone. What these 4chan anime guys would do is they would buy testimonial spots and have the two argue and debate in video form about what animes were the best, which anime characters were the best, who was the greatest waifu. These video form back and forths between Roger and Big Man Tyrone were known as the Raj vs. Tyrone series.
Hello everyone, or as they would say in Chinese, Pansu or Taberu. Today I'd like to discuss generic Moe love interest number 87 and how she's clearly the best girl of this season.
Tyrone, stop right here, you lolly-loving autist, and bow to your senpai. Your opinions are an embarrassment to Chinese cartoon fans everywhere. Can't you see that Moe your shit? My waifu space dandy is at least 3 times as pure as any of your unkawaii pig dogs. Pardon my lewdness, but I wouldn't even hold hands with your waifu.
Who is this man? Why does he say such mean things? Please do not bully.
But so yeah, Roger vs. Tyrone was pretty much the genesis of the whole Big Man Tyrone concept of paying him to say some super memey testimonial thing that's just going to be hilarious when it's juxtaposed against this professional looking guy in a suit. The possibilities for memes here were just endless, and people began to take note of this and started going to his Fiverr page and requesting gigs. As word on the internet spread of Big Man Tyrone and his service, gig offers began to increase. There were a couple of Big Man Tyrone reads that blew up on Reddit, which would go on to drastically increase traffic even further. Some of the famous ones that blew up on Reddit included his congratulations video and my personal favorite, Welcome to Reddit, which was actually made to make fun of the Reddit website as a whole.
Hello friends and welcome to Reddit. Funny cat pictures. I tip my hat to you. I tip my fedora to you. Cat second plus one. Adios.
Big Man Tyrone was beginning to pop up everywhere on YouTube in the early spring of 2014, and the general awareness of him and what he did was ramping up. People began to use Tyrone for their YouTube channel intros, to create memes, and generally to goof on others. His Fiverr page had become so popular and inundated by gig requests that Fiverr had actually suspended his account under suspicion of botting. His account was suspended for close to a week in March of 2014 due to Fiverr suspecting spam or bot accounts sending requests. But these weren't bot accounts. Big Man Tyrone was just that popping and was getting that many requests.
Now there was one day ran when I came back from the court. I just gone to renew my marriage vows with my wife, and I came back feeling very happy. And there were 385 orders waiting on the Fiverr system. Fiverr actually stopped my account. They actually closed it down and they said, "We'd like to have a word with you. What's going on here?" I said, "Well, it's not spamming. These are not bots. These are my friends." Now, what happened was that one of my videos ran on Reddit. Video where I had my purple hat that I just wore, and then I just said, "Welcome to Reddit," and I just went crazy. And that video found its way onto Reddit, and believe it or not, 500 people registered just that day, and 384 said we have to get this guy's videos.
During the time of his ban, Big Man Tyrone would launch the official Big Man Tyrone YouTube channel and would upload paid commissions there for the time being. This channel remains up today, and he will occasionally upload standout testimonials to it. His Fiverr account would be restored sometime in late March. After his ban and explosion in popularity, Tyrone would increase his pricing and offered additional services to his testimonial readings. These were the new pricing terms for the post-ban testimonial reads. All orders are based on word count, so please check the number of words before placing your order to avoid delay or cancellation. Word count: 1 gig of 10 words, $5. 1 gig of 20 words, $10. This gig is valid for YouTube channel intros, birthdays, testimonials, business and product reviews, jokes to friends, etc. Image on monitor, $10 per image. Dress, $40 to wear a nice suit, shirt, and tie to give your business a corporate look. So yeah, these reads became a lot more expensive, but that didn't turn people away. People were willing to shell out hundreds of dollars to get an elaborate Big Man Tyrone read for their YouTube page. And speaking of YouTube, his presence on there had become almost inescapable, with large YouTubers reacting to his more infamous reads, and even in some cases being solicited to do reads for these large YouTubers, as was the case with PewDiePie.
I just wanted to tell you about my favorite channel on YouTube, Jacksepticeye 2.
Yes.
Jacksepticeye.
He even pronounced it right.
And I love his content. Unlike PewDiePie, who freaking sucks.
Hey! I didn't tell you to say that.
So after the explosion of Big Man Tyrone in 2014, he kind of just chugs along in plateaus for a couple of years, 2014, 2015, and 2016, but 2017 is a benchmark year for Tyrone because this is where the elephant in the room walks forward, and that elephant being his involvement with Kekistan. Yes, the next benchmark in this story, of course, is Big Man Tyrone being dubbed by 4chan as the spokesman for their fictional country of Kekistan. Now, the topic of Kekistan is another video entirely, but Basically, 4chan created a satirical nation state and ethnicity, the oppressed Kekistani, as they were called, as a tongue-in-cheek joke which mocked real-world identity politics, racial victimhood narratives, and extreme nationalism. Well, anyways, in 2017, when the Kekistan movement was in full swing, Pol had unanimously decided that they needed an ambassador for their country. And who better to represent the Kekistani people than the meme lord himself, Big Man Tyrone? So what happened was somebody involved in this Kekistan movement would buy a testimonial read from Big Man Tyrone on his Fiverr account. And this Kekistan testimonial read produced by Big Man Tyrone would be one of his most legendary reads of all time. It's the Normies Get Out read.
I'm a proud ethnic Kekistani. For centuries, my people bled under Normie oppression, but no more. We have suffered enough under your social media tyranny. It is time to strike back. I hereby declare a meme jihad on all normies. Normies, get out. Raid!
In the following months, Big Man Tyrone would involve himself in a number of Kekistan related videos, even at one point declaring himself the president of Kekistan and dropping a collection of Kekistan themed t-shirts.
Hello, you cheeky scrub lords. I'm currently using the funds accumulated from creating my videos to fund my takeover of Somalia, from which we will create the glorious nation state of Kekistan. Hi there, subscribers, viewers, internet friends, and cheeky scrubs. Your Supreme Military Commander, Big Man Tyrone here, President of Kekistan. Now here's what the tea looks like, guys. And it's coming in 6 colors, so there's enough variety for everyone. Now, if you want to support the war against normies, if you want us to triumph against normie oppression, if you want to identify yourself as a true follower of the Kekistani tradition and hold our values, then it's time for you to check the link below.
Big Man Tyrone was actually subjected to a good deal of online media coverage due to his suspected affiliation with the Kekistani guys on 4chan. But honestly, it didn't go any further than him reading the scripts for money. He clarifies his stance on reading edgy testimonials in a video interview that he did with Vice News.
I am a video actor, full stop. The way that I look at it, I'm a taxi, and when a taxi goes on the road, it doesn't discriminate if it picks up a prostitute or if it picks up drug dealers. It's just a taxi. I don't get into the ideological intricacies of all that because it's too complex. I don't form an opinion about what I read on the internet. I am not an ideologue. Of course, I've got my own principles and there are certain things I cannot say, but that's up to me. You know, I decide what I want to say and I decide what is going to make my fans happy.
So after the whole Kekistan meme faded away later in 2017, Big Man Tyrone kept on going forward with business as usual and was knocking out gig after gig. So let's fast forward now to the present day. I think at this point it's fair to say that Big Man Tyrone has established himself as a internet household name, as millions have seen his videos which have been disseminated across the various corners of YouTube. I would say he's up there with some of the most recognizable people on YouTube. I mean, certainly there's going to be people who don't know what his name is, but people have seen this guy pop up in a YouTube video at some point or have seen a meme that references him. When you think about it, he's directly responsible for the creation of an entire meme format. You know, the whole Fiverr Gag meme where you pay a professional looking guy to read off some ridiculous statement and the juxtaposition makes it funny? There have been plenty of people who've replicated this exact format and have made careers for themselves using it, like the guys I mentioned earlier in the video. Voiceoverpete SoCalChrist, FrankGeorgeTV, all likely were heavily inspired by the work of Big Man Tyrone. Since starting his Fiverr account, Big Man Tyrone has completed over 14,000 gigs for paying customers, so I'm pretty sure he's made his money's worth and is doing a long Tyrone laugh all the way to the bank. And that, my friends, is the story of how Gordon Hurd became the legendary Big Man Tyrone. Let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know what you think about Big Man Tyrone. And let me know who you want me to talk about next. Major shout outs to my patrons. I appreciate you guys. Wavywebsurf out. Peace.